This is the way we live now. Nice even temperature, no rain, no snow, no loud noises, music is playing. Everything's perfect in the mall.
Hi, I'm Magdalene Rose. You know, The Mall is a 1982 special report about the mall. Specifically, how their growth was impacting the United States at the time of its filming. Due to the booming economy after World War II, the United States saw this huge increase in malls in America, which fundamentally changed the way we shop. The first of its kind, the Southdale Center in Edina, Minnesota, opened in 1956, and malls wouldn't begin their sad decline until the late 1980s, which is so weird, and I just don't know what happened there. Such a mystery. But many malls remained lucrative into the 2000s, until Amazon took over Skynet style and became our benevolent overlords. Of course, we're all eternally grateful for the loving, protective embrace of our great Daddy Corp. Long may he reign. Please don't cancel my account. Now, in modern day, our roadsides are scattered with the skeletons of shopping malls long since dead. The bones picked clean years ago, and everything must go clearance sales. And there are a lot of people who find that really fascinating. There are entire video series dedicated to exploring dead malls. Kind of weird, right? I mean, services become obsolete all the time, and people don't seem to mourn them in this way. You don't see people making videos about phone booths and dot matrix printers, but there's something about mall death that really hurts. I realize that this is an odd stance for a dirty social justice pinko like me to take, because malls are essentially like capitalist beehives, which is funny, because the bees are also dying. It's a funny joke. I mean, shopping is fun, but it's not really the reason I ever got excited to go to the mall. For a lot of youth, the mall was an important destination for socializing in towns where there was little else to do. Uh-oh, it's that time again where I wheel out the big TV and cite some fucking Frontline documentary from the 90s.
Georgia's Interstate 20 reaches Rockdale County, and its only town, Conyers.
The Lost Children of Rockdale County is about this well-to-do town full of suburban whites who experience this inexplicable outbreak of syphilis in teens. And when I say teens, I mean as young as 12, and when I say outbreak, I mean 200 cases of syphilis.
It was not uncommon when all the young people would get together to engage in group sex. There was group sex going on in terms of one guy having sex with one of the girls and then the next guy having sex with the same girl. There was group sex going on in terms of one girl having sex with multiple male partners at the same time, multiple females having sex with each other at the same time. I would say the only type of group sex that I did not hear about in its overall context was group sex between just guys.
The documentary crew interviewed the kids who were brutally honest about their experiences.
How did the guys in general treat the girls?
They were mean to them a lot. They treated them like they were just, I don't know, not trash, but not very, like, respectable. And the girls seemed not to care. I don't know why. I guess they just, I think most of it was the alcohol that they were buying, because the guys always bought alcohol. They knew that we would like it, and so they didn't treat us like we were anything real important.
Watching this documentary now as a parent, I begin to see a lot of the problems stem from parents working too much and teens just having nothing to do. And I have to admit, little of this behavior is unfamiliar to me. Except the part where everybody got syphilis. For those of you who grew up in the middle of nowhere, you probably remember piling into your friend's car to go to, like, Walmart. Not because you wanted to buy anything, just to go out and be with your friends, away from your parents. But you can only hang out at Walmart or Taco Bell for so long before you get bored or they kick you out, and then, shenanigans were had, memories were made, you get the picture. So while it certainly wouldn't have solved the problems, I can't help but think that a fairly well-regulated social spot like a proper mall could have helped these kids avoid creating these toxic social spaces. Actually, after the filming of The Lost Children of Rockdale County fell victim to one of America's first school shootings just a month after Columbine, which might be relevant, but it's just a little bit too heavy for an internet video about malls, so we're just gonna scoot on by it. What I realized when I was researching the video is that shopping malls offer a unique environment that includes amenities that you never really find anywhere else all at the same time. Shelter, air conditioning, food, spaces to walk and sit, interesting things to look at, and free to enter. So let's put this to the test, shall we? You damn kids, why don't you just go to the park? Well, a park has no shelter or food, no air conditioning or interesting things to look at unless you really like ducks. Okay, so why don't you go to the library? Library, no food, they're not really supposed to walk around a lot and you have to be quiet. Fine, how about the zoo? It has shelter and food, some parts of it are gonna have air conditioning, and there's lots of interesting things to look at. Could do that. Yeah. But it's not free to enter. When you think about it this way, you see how unique the mall really is compared to the rest of the American landscape. Losing them has created a problem, and that problem is not felt equally by everyone. Now, as a former alternative kid who fancied herself a rare and anti-consumer seductress, defending the existence of malls feels weird because mall bad, right? Because consumerism. And that is where the Valley Girls hang out, right? Right? With their blonde hair and their legs and their... Actually, let's talk about Valley Girls for a second.
Like, oh my god! Valley Girl! Like, totally! Valley Girl! And Tito's like so bitchin'. Valley Girl! There's like the Galleria.
Valley Girl! Oh, Valley Girls. Everyone loves you for the same reason that everyone hates you. It's essentially every negative stereotype about women throughout history smushed into one person. They're vain and stupid and materialistic and either prude or promiscuous, depending on if you're trying to have sex with them or not. And of course, the voice.
Paper covers rock, to lose buckwheat.
Something is off with my clips. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. That's weird. Let's go back to the special report from 1982. One of the interviews is with a group of teens who I think we can safely assume are not riddled with syphilis. The boys' comments are mostly the same as the older men. The mall is bad because it's driving people away from the original downtown shopping districts and has a sterile, less gritty, less authentic feel. Where the girls say they feel safer in the mall than they do in the downtown district. They can relax and enjoy themselves knowing that it's a sterile, less gritty, less authentic experience.
When I walk around here by myself, I feel independent and I feel in control because I know I'm not afraid of anything here. It's real easy. But like, if I were to walk around downtown by myself, I'd feel really small and I'd feel kind of afraid.
I feel that they're safe. I can come here and really have a good time with my friends and know that, that somebody's not going to come up to me and try to attack me, and I can't go downtown and actually say that I'm not going to walk down the streets and something's going to happen to me.
So women tend to favor safer, more controlled environments, and how weird that space that is associated with women is treated with such ridicule. I wonder what the connection is. Such a mystery. This actually adds an additional amenity that isn't part of the official list because it doesn't apply to everyone, like how Y is sometimes a vowel. And that's safety. Because shopping malls are enclosed, well lit, and have security, so it offers a level of protection to the people who go there if you are the type of person that the security guards are looking to protect. most of the value lost in mall death has nothing to do with shopping. I think the sadness comes from this loss of communal space. It's a lost destination, so it's entirely possible to create spaces like this that don't rely on competing with our loving Daddy Corp, but that would involve the terrifying word. You know, the T word. Taxes. And we can't have that, at least not in America. We can barely handle taxing for schools, let alone the Galleria. So, malls are dead, and they're not coming back. Not unless Jeff Bezos says they are, which he won't. Whose fault is it? Well, I mean, it's a lot more complex than that, but it was Ronald Reagan. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to help me make more, please check out my Patreon campaign. Until next time, team. Outro. Damn it.